I will tell them perhaps the process that it's a meeting of two people where they meet perhaps once a month or twice a month, where people would begin with a prayer and end with a prayer. Sometimes the director prays, sometimes directory prays, and where they sort of journey with each other, particularly looking at issues of a person's spiritual growth with God, regarding their relationship with God, their relationship with themselves, and their relationship with other people, and particularly also what they're doing if they're involved in any ministry, and where they might sort of talk about these issues and come to some kind of a resolution about that person's quest for God and journey with God. Yeah, that's what I would say. I would sort of describe more the process, because then that sort of throw an insight into, for somebody who doesn't understand it, that it's really a soul friendship journey where there's structures that are to be followed, and people, the person get to have themselves in check. They have to, sometimes people get challenged, sometimes encouraged, sometimes advised, sometimes coached to find the answers within. So it's a whole process which is very exciting, and for anyone who wants to grow in their relationship with God, it's a process that they will probably enjoy. For me, it's again anyone who feels the stirrings of the Holy Spirit within themselves. People who may have confusion about their faith, about their journey with God. People who may have sometimes supernatural experiences, or dreams, or whatever it is. But it's more about somebody who wants to grow in their relationship with God, that they would need some kind of a coach, some kind of somebody that they can bounce things back on, and people are very, very enthusiastic and very zealous about growing in the knowledge and love of God. I would definitely say they should, because I believe there are no, with God, there are no entry levels. All levels are an entry point. And if somebody doesn't know how to pray, my first suggestion would to teach them the Our Father, and or get them to memorize it, because when the disciples said to Jesus, "Teach us how to pray," they didn't know how to pray. So this is how you pray. So for me, that's a beginning point. And I will encourage them to read the scriptures, because that's where they will deepen a sense of prayer and knowledge of God, and also to join a Christian community of some sort. If they are totally sort of novels, novices in this regard, then I would definitely suggest those three things. I believe that, well, first of all, the directee, if you come regularly, you become a peaceful person yourself. But I think one of the things that might tend to happen is that you might be brought to the realization that you're not just a Christian for yourself, and that there's need for you to be challenged to do something about social issues and justice. As you grow in the knowledge and love of God, you realize God cares for these issues, and you cannot come consistently to direction without you being conscientized about the issues, or you being able to be challenged to do the issues. So you can imagine if many people came for spiritual direction, first of all, it makes for a wonderful thing, because people are transformed individually. Therefore, also as they are challenged in their journey with God, they tend to work far more for social issues and justice. So that will certainly contribute to that issue. think the issue for me would be the fact that we can learn from each other, and that we are now a global village, and that this is a platform for sharing, for learning from each other. And you know, for example, me coming from South Africa, the context of issues, particularly social issues, would be different, but they are also there in the face of the world. So spiritual direction is also about interfaith collaboration, where we learn from each other's traditions. I mean, this conference that we've come to is proof and testament to that. We can no longer say that it's just me alone. There's a lot of challenges that we all face, and it's a question of how we share those challenges with each other and how we share our various experiences. So spiritual direction is for everybody, whether they find themselves in China, in Chile, in America, in Africa. It doesn't really matter. It's just something that they can pursue and maybe even find out what they can do within their own countries. In terms of where spiritual direction is available, but the common element and thread is there throughout all the different traditions.